Chapter 4. The Comfort of Familiar Pain. Growth is not always blocked by fear of failure. Often, it is blocked by comfort in what already hurts. Many people do not stay stuck because their situation is unbearable. They stay because it is familiar. Familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar possibility. You already know what to expect. You already know how to survive it. You already know who you are inside it. The mind does not seek what is best for you. It seeks what is known. Why we choose what hurts but feels safe. Even when a job drains you, a relationship limits you, or a routine leaves you empty, there is a strange comfort in knowing how the story goes. You know the disappointments. You know the frustrations. You know the boundaries of what is possible in that life. What you do not know is what happens if you step beyond it. And uncertainty feels dangerous to a mind trained for survival. So you stay, not because you are weak, but because your nervous system associates the unknown with threat. Familiar pain becomes your emotional home. It may not be happy, but it is predictable. The illusion of, at least I know this. Many people justify staying where they are by saying, at least I know what to expect. At least I'm not risking everything. At least it's stable. But stability without growth slowly becomes suffocation. You may not feel it immediately. But over time, something inside you starts to dim. Your curiosity, your creativity, your belief in what could be. You begin to trade possibility for predictability. And call it being responsible. How the past teaches you to stay small. If you once took a risk and got hurt, your mind learned a rule: do not do that again. If you once believed in something and were disappointed, your mind learned, hope leads to pain. If you once stepped forward and were judged or rejected, your mind learned, visibility is dangerous. These lessons were not formed to limit you. They were formed to protect you. But protection in the past can become a prison in the present. You are no longer the person you were when those lessons were learned. Yet you may still be living by their rules. Why change feels more frightening than staying the same. Change threatens identity. If you leave the life you know, who are you then? If you step into something new, can you handle who you might become? Familiar pain allows you to keep a familiar identity. The struggling employee, the misunderstood partner, the person who wanted more but. Letting go of familiar pain means letting go of a story you have lived inside for years. And that can feel like losing a part of yourself. But what you are really losing is a version of you that no longer fits. The cost of staying where you are. Staying does not keep you safe from pain. It only keeps you safe from growth. Over time, familiar pain becomes something heavier than fear, regret. Not the regret of failure, but the regret of never trying. The quiet question that appears in moments of honesty: what kind of life could I have lived if I had been willing to leave what I knew? You do not need to hate where you are to choose more for yourself. You only need to recognize that comfort is not the same as fulfillment. Choosing discomfort for the sake of growth. Growth will always feel uncomfortable at first. Not because it is wrong, but because it is unfamiliar. Unfamiliar does not mean unsafe. It means new. The discomfort of growth leads to expansion. The comfort of stagnation leads to slow emotional decline. You must decide which discomfort you are willing to live with, the temporary discomfort of change, or the permanent discomfort of staying the same. Exercise. Identifying your familiar pain. Write honestly. 1. Where in my life am I staying because it is familiar, not because it fulfills me? 2. What discomfort am I avoiding by not changing? 3. What part of my identity depends on staying where I am? You are not wrong for wanting safety. But you are allowed to want more than survival. Affirmation. I release the comfort of what no longer serves me. I choose the growth that leads me closer to who I am becoming.